Let's hear it right now for David Miller!
Hey everyone. Like he said, my name is David. I was born the middle child of a pastor and a behavior specialist, so that's why I do comedy. I love to go to a department store and to mess with the greeters in there. It's their whole job just to tell me hello and like welcome me. So I like to keep entering and exiting over and over and over again to see exactly how long it takes for them to stop greeting me altogether. 7 is the answer to that, by the way. And once they do that is when I get really upset and like annoyed at them. Oh, you call that a greeting? I'm a war veteran. Where's my parade? And I walk out. Make sure they're doing their job. They'll never do it again. I don't know if this is true for anybody else, but I was super excited when I first heard about hair metal. Then I found out it was a musical style. Life's full of disappointments, I guess. But I feel like life should be the way that it works in my mind. Like I'm not much one for sports, obviously, but I do think that football would be so much more interesting if we use a very conservative number of landmines, like hidden throughout the field. It'd be the ultimate game changer. Like he'd be running, like, oh, he's going past the 40, the 30, the 20. No, it's anybody's game. Bobby, that man just blew up. Yes, that's why they get paid so much. That makes sense. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I think to most of us that just means don't bite your hand. I just recently had my Xbox stolen, and a friend of mine, true story, yeah, I know, those of you that went, oh, thank you. It's a tough time. But I just had it stolen, and a friend of mine, to cheer me up, said, oh, don't worry, it's not as bad as getting poked in the eye with a sharp stick. So I tested it on him. He was right. I really, really wish, and this has been a wish since I was little, that I could have a baby gorilla. If for no other reason, then at some point I will have an adult gorilla that loves me like a parent. I figure it'd be like Mighty Joe Young, like I could just sleep in like the crook of his arm. And I'd have the perfect bodyguard. I can go to a party, and if someone like tries to start something with me, start a fight, like, oh, yeah? Well, what do you have to say about that, Professor D.W. Hugs? Because that's his name. And D.W., by the way, stands for Destroys With. So I'd be like, oh, D.W., it looks like it's time to take out the trash. You know, so he'd go and like start beating him into a bloody pulp, like rips his arm off, tries to hand it to me. I'm like, shake. We start laughing. They're pretty awesome. I love to keep things interesting. So whenever I go out into public, I like to pretend like I'm an undercover spy in like the Bourne Identity. So like I run from place to place. I'll hide from security cameras. I kill a lot of Europeans. I think drive-thrus should have bike lanes. I wish I had a superpower, but not one that begged responsibility from me. Like I wish I could teleport like a foot forward, not like an actual foot, because that'd just be like. That's basically just a step. But I wish I could teleport like my whole body like a foot forward, because then in school I can still teleport, but like no one can really expect me to save anybody with that. Like maybe the most I could do is stop your drink from falling off a table or something. I wouldn't. I would just use it to stay in the same spot on escalators. But I actually wouldn't even need to teleport to be happy. If I could just get a poof of smoke, like when a magician disappears, like, that'd be fine. I'd be the guy at like a party or whenever he comes back from the bathroom, be like, poof! Party's back on, bitches! Let's start her up. I love automatic doors because they play along when I pretend I'm a Jedi. Coincidentally, that's also, I think, why I love seeing people choking. I get all upset, like, you know, like, oh, why didn't you help him? Like, what? His lack of faith disturbed me. I always make sure that I treat all of my appliances with respect, just in case the brave little toaster was based on fact. I feel it's safe. And I've been watching a lot of Jurassic Park lately, and I've come to figure out that raptors are like my number 3 on my list of potential dangers I prep for. It's important to have a list. My number 1, coincidentally enough, is actually also my favorite fantasy, which is zombies. And I love zombies because they make everything that much more scary and menacing. Like, take for example, a werewolf. You have a big, snarling, invincible wolf trying to kill you. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Now picture that same wolf as a zombie. Now it's a big, snarling, invincible, undead wolf trying to eat your brain. Not even Professor Hugs could stand up to that. I mean, like, he'd try, but, then he'd get bit. Then I have a zombie gorilla and a zombie werewolf on my hands. Then the raptors show up. I get my Jedi powers, maybe a robot. You look me in the eye and tell me that's not a perfect day. Thanks a lot, everyone.